Hello, welcome back. Last time I entered a realm without north-south rooms, and after another floor I'll be in a realm without east-west rooms either. So the smallest ones will be here. Pattern, you say? That is a pattern. Okay. Interesting. Rightmost, and then it goes in order. And continues. The bottom one goes in a more sensible order. It doesn't really matter especially. It's just strange that this is here instead of like over on this side and everything shoved over by one. Maybe it was just more convenient that way. So clearly I'm going to be up on top of these pillars at some point, which I can just do now. Okay, so this will be to close... oh, toggle all of those. Okay. So there's just the one waypoint. Has every floor center room had one of those? I haven't noticed. Oh, right. So, I mean, I want all the bum bugs on sacrifice altars. So it's just a matter of doing that, right? Should be fine? Oh, things happened down there that I didn't want. Let's say I did that. Would I be happy about it? Maybe. Well, that almost looks fine. I don't like that you're here and this is there. That's probably fixable. Okay, a lot of altars are populated. Now, how much of a pain is it going to be to fix it? I can do all of these individually, right? Like, there's no... It'd be more satisfying to set everything up at once. So I'll at least attempt to do that. Switch as a sightline blocker. If I want it to be. Hey, I got the key. Okay, so... Is this more bum bugs than I need? No, it's the right number. So I'm not doing this the cool fast way if there is one. But I think this will work. Now, I don't like what happened there. I suppose I can toggle the door state to make it less likely to happen again. What do I think I'm doing here? I can't send that north right now. I can send it south, though. Which is fine? Yeah, again, not doing this the cool, fast way, if there is one. Just gonna be a messy, slow way. Okay, so I'm gonna move all of you somewhere like that. Okay, so you need to look at me. You went on your altar, great. Alright, so now I just have to move these 5 onto those altars. Yeah, I'll bet there is a cool, fast way to do this. That's alright. Okay, now I'm actually gonna make a bit of a mess here, huh? I mean, I'd prefer not to, but it's probably going to happen. You go there. And yeah, I don't want to make this loop because these would all move. I haven't used that switch for anything. Is there a step I'm missing here, I wonder? Well, I'm gonna keep doing it my way and see how well it goes. That's all fine. You go there. Ooh, that's no good. You go here. Last two get into place somewhere, somehow. I guess I'll have to sit there for now, that's fine. Okay. So this looks like it'll work. Alright, let's see it. Oops. Alright, it worked. I never used that switch. I'm sure it could have helped me with something, but I didn't find the something. That's fine. Alright, so, got key. Let's go this way. Oh boy, airship. Oh, that's cute. How do I enter this room and live? From here? Seemingly, okay. What was I supposed to do to fix that? Keep you alive for a bit longer. Okay, I can do that. I think. Yeah, alright. So just let that run for a bit longer. Ouch. And then I can blow everybody up. No, there's a specific time limit. I think I hit it? I did hit it. There we go. Okay. Cool. That's a cute way to add a little bit to the puzzle. Just something that happens to be flying by the tower is not officially part of it. Okay, so left room. Missing corner. I see that. How bothersome. I guess that's because the monster block has to go into the sky. Okay. There is a bomb bug. It's on a pressure plate which toggles the door next to it. I'm gonna maybe enter from here, so you're up high now. And you're on a block now, and I can do... not that. I can bring this over, but then I can't attract you anymore. Ah, there's a push block here I didn't notice. Am I doing productive work here? I think so? I think so, yes, because this solves it. There we go. Alright, cool. So, goodbye east-west rooms. It's just gonna be the center now. Yellow diamonds. There's a sign. Woohoo! Oh, Taiji, a game I played! Don't think there's a way to distinguish a button being pressed 2 and 4 times. There's a challenge for the engineers who build mechanisms in this game. Every section, snow or wood, contains at most 2 blocks. Positioning of the blocks is the same across all 3 rooms. Yellow diamonds. I do not remember this specific puzzle from Taiji. Off the top of my head. What were the... Is this about partitioning space? Okay, so... Make sure every section, snow or wood, contains at most 2 blocks. Right, yes, so it's sort of partitioning. These... 2 of these live in each partition, and all of these have to be the same? Got it. Now, I don't have the nice convenient input method of Taiji, so I'm gonna have to push these things around manually. But I'm looking for a pattern that is the same in all of these, and that fulfills the requirement that the snow partition has exactly 2 multi-push blocks in it. The wood partition has exactly 2. Okay, well, here's a good constraint. There's an isolated partition here. It's space down there. If it's size 2, it has to have exactly those 2, right? No, it says at most. So this partition could be unallocated. Alright, what are my partition counts? 1, 2. Okay, well these are obviously unallocated, so I'm not even going to count them. 3, 4. Any ones don't count. 5, 6. Okay, 6 partitions of at least 2 sections here. And I have 8 blocks, so only 4 partitions per section get anything in them. Okay, so the singletons do tell me something. This is a place for marks. Taiji had a marking system of sorts. So I'm gonna put X's in places that cannot be occupied because at least one of the grids, has an isolated block in that position. Whoops, I marked the wrong thing there. It defaults to the entity if there is one. Alright, this is a singleton. Yeah, so lots of good clues here. I might like a different color. Ooh, wrong thing. I never did do that second pass on this interface that I wanted to do someday. Finding time to work on this game these days is not something that just automatically happens. That's fine though, this is, I mean, I've been using it all this time, and it's okay, I guess. It works. Okay, so any other singletons? Yeah, so got a whole 2x2 section that must not be populated in any grid. You're single. None exist here. This is a very uniform pattern. It's only the rightmost one that gives me that constraint, isn't it? No, this one gives me some. Okay, so by marking that out, this partition could only be filled with exactly those 2. Okay, but that tells me some other things. Well, now hold up. This partition could only be filled by exactly those 2, but that does overlap with the ones that would go here and here. So that seems like it would be valid. Let's just check one more time for anything else I know. Yeah, so I missed a singleton. This one right here. Wait, did I? Oh, interesting. I accidentally pressed... This mouse has 5 buttons. Buttons 4 and 5 count as a click here. Really? Buttons 2 and 3 do. So these clicks don't care which mouse button you press. Should that be? I guess it's harmless. Okay, now this has told me something. What this has told me is that this partition is unpopulated. So I'm going to put a different colored X here. Red-green, color blindness. Might appreciate a different choice of color there, maybe. Alright. So I'll put a cyan cross for a derived must not be position. Okay, if that must not be, then this must not be. And that has already eliminated 2 partitions from this one to potentially... No, it only eliminated 1 potentially valid partition from this. So there's still wiggle room of 1 partition here, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 partitions exist, and only enough blocks to fill 4 of them. Can I eliminate this one? Not using that method. Are there any mandatory positions that I can find? Okay, so there are 2... This is too wide and this is too wide. I know that one of these 2, at least one of these 2 pairs, must have 2 blocks on it. But that doesn't really tell me anything about what's over here. But at least one of these 2. Okay, so here's a big section of wood floor. If this were populated... Okay, so if this were populated, let's look at what it would do to these. You put 1 in this wood, 1 in that snow. So both of those would be populated. Actually, hold on, can I eliminate partitions from the other ones? Yeah, so I know this wood is unpopulated. All of those are... So how many partitions remain? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have an exact partition allocation. Okay, great. Well, that means that in these top 5 exist 2 blocks. So that means that I can derive that this is unpopulated because both of the ones for this snow partition here, dang it. Both of the ones from this snow partition here are allocated to those spaces. Because all the partitions in the center one are allocated, and the only room in the top one includes these. Yeah, okay, so that marks those out. Hopefully this all makes sense. I could use a 3rd color for this, like, tertiary inference, but I think the secondary is good enough. Okay, so with that inference... I mean, what I'm doing right now is a lot closer to how you input puzzles in Taiji than pushing blocks around, so this is the solving process. Then there's just going to be a very short input process after that. So now, there's these 3 and there's these 2. Nothing of this layout gives me direct information about what to do with, like, where these go in those 5. I don't know how unique this solution will be, but I'm going to keep marking and hope I land on a unique one. So if those are marked out, this remains only those 2. So those are same partition here, different partition there, same partition here. 2 of these 4 must be populated. It could be these 2. And if it was, that would cover you. Okay, so it's valid to put it here and here, as far as everything that I can see. And it's valid to put it here and here, as far as I can see. What's invalid is mixing the 2, so I can't have 1 in this pair and 1 in this pair. Ooh, does this tell me anything? That's a very small snow partition. Is this allocation exact? Remind me. 1. Right, I gotta ignore my markings. 1, 2, fully X'd out. Hang on, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay, so I have 2 exact... I guess I'll put green circles there, because that must be filled. Okay. These are required. I should double check my conclusion there. I think it was solid, because I have only as many partitions as there are blocks to allocate in the center one. I have so many X'd out that there is a partition with exactly 2 in it. So if the partitions are allocated exactly, I don't need to input this yet. I'm just going to do it here. This is fine. If the partitions are all required and this only has 2 spaces in it, then that gives 2 mandatory things. Okay, so if this is mandatory, then this is. I think I might be right at the tail end of this now. Okay, so then I can infer these are X'd out. I do want to use another color for this because this inference, I'll make that, no, not yellow, pink. This inference is downstream of the, I'm choosing different colors as if I would be able to back up and get something coherent without just starting all over. But yeah, this inference is downstream of the green circles. Okay, so I know 3 out of 12 positions. Sorry, 3 out of 8 positions. 3 out of 8 positions, okay. And I know that 2 of these 5 are populated. Okay, so here, this partition is fulfilled. This partition has something in it, and is only too large, so therefore this must be filled. Yeah, this snow partition right here tells me all of these things. Because there was already one in it, there has to be the other one. So that's 4. And let's see what that's done to the other grids. You're fine, you're fine. Aha, that's done a lot. So that's a bunch of magenta X's here. Whole bunch, in fact. Because this partition is all full. That's not the whole thing, there's still more. Alright, with that partition all full... yeah, this is going to be a lot of marking, but that's okay. Some kind of like, key shortcuts for this might be nice. A lot of things would be nice. Yeah, this is the one part of the gameplay part of this game, the non-editor part of this game that doesn't actually have... is not fully functional with a gamepad only. You have to use a mouse for this. It's the only way. And that is on my to-do list, but again, finding time to work on this doesn't just automatically happen. Why are these unmarked? Because I haven't marked them yet. I was trying to figure out if there was another reason. There was not. I see that, Windows. What do you think you're doing? Leave me alone. I'm busy. Okay, so now... Still got these 5 remaining. Those tell me exactly what I need to know, don't they? Not yet. They're going to, but they don't tell me yet. I'm pretty sure that these are going to be populated. In this partition, nothing else is available, but aren't enough partitions available to absorb these blocks, so I need another conclusion before I can say that. There is one here, therefore there is one in these 3. Oh, hold on. So, who's fully resolved with the green circles? Center is... Right is. Left is not. Uh-oh! Oh wait, no, that's not a conflict. It's not a conflict because this is the last place where green can go. Fantastic. Yeah, so that snow partition has one here, one here. So there is one there. So there's one in one of these, which is going to have to be here. Okay, so that tells me, because those are wood over there. Wait, hang on. How big is this partition? Wait, this connects all the way up there. Wait, I don't know this. Undo. Except I do, because this partition only is this little L shape. If that partition's only that little L shape, then it can't be one of these because of that. If one of those is true, the other one has to be, but only one can be, so therefore it's this one. Okay, so center, bottom left, no, right bottom left tells me about center bottom left. And that turns that into a true statement. Okay, so now you are magenta X. And everybody else equivalent is also... Oops. Oh, big ol' soup of colors, but I can see the green circles clearly. So that's fine. Alright, and then the last thing is just about what's up here. Now, would it not be just as valid to put them on any of these three as on those two? What's wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7 and 8 are up here. 7 and 8 are up here with no extra constraints on either of those. Ah, this is a snow partition, so that connects to where there are already two. So I know these are X's, and the puzzle is solved, but I'm going to mark it up fully because that'll look nicer than leaving it unfinished. So, chain of conclusions. Then you, and you, and you, and you. Alright, well that was nice. Let's make sure this works, hopefully. Because all of my things seem to resolve. And I assume this wiring is obfuscated in some way that I couldn't just easily examine it to see which thing has to be held. Sure. Click, 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 click. Okay, that looks right to me. Hit that switch. And there we go. All right. Well, that was lovely. Cool floor. Great time. Whoa. All right. I'm in a pool now. Why did I step forward? Should I not have stopped here? Well, I guess I'm doing this one. Well, yes, I have to. This is what Leaf does. Alright, this is how I solve their drowning problem. So we got a moral conundrum here. Ferrets don't have any morals, they're just animals. They do whatever is effective for their own survival. And that is mass murder sometimes. It's fine, it's just nature. Alright, there's a few more up here, and maybe we'll finish next time? Depends, like this took a while, but was extremely worth it. Yellow diamonds. Yellow diamonds, yeah! Okay, the diamond was the symbol used to... So these should be diamonds, I guess. I suppose I could fix it. but I'm not going to. Close enough. Alright, cool. So next time, upper floors that are getting smaller and smaller. I'll see you then.